Good afternoon and welcome to Virtual Pathdays, October 28th. And we are here to meet the faculty for Business, Economics, and Data Analytics. So Professor Lehne, if I could ask you at first to let us know who you are and let us know what courses you teach here at CCRI.
Sure, thanks. I'm Mandy Lehne. I'm a visiting lecturer in the Business and Professional Studies department. I teach mostly marketing courses, Principles of Marketing, which is mostly the introductory marketing class. I also teach marketing communications, advertising and sales, as well as Introduction to Business.
Great, thank you. And so you teach a number of different courses. So what majors and programs are your courses a part of?
So the business department offers different certificate and degree programs. The marketing classes specifically can go towards a marketing certificate or the business degrees, especially principles of marketing. That's required for most, if not all, I think, of the business degrees. And then introduction to business, that is part of all of the business curriculum. It's really an entry-level business class that covers all aspects of business.
Thank you. And what drew you to this field? Business in general, but also the specific areas in which you teach.
Well, I started out, my first career was very different. I was a civil engineer for several years before I went back to get my MBA. I did not like being an engineer, and I was just really interested in doing something different. And I felt like business would be a great, well-rounded advanced education where I could do a lot of different things with it. I focused on marketing classes just because I thought it was very interesting. I was interested in advertising and branding and commercials, and I loved the classes that I took. I went to the University of Texas at Austin, and there was a lot of different types of marketing classes. Ironically, once I finished my MBA, I worked more in corporate finance. I worked for American Airlines and the TJX companies. However, in the positions that I had, there was definitely some overlap with marketing. I did some pricing for American Airlines cargo, which was a finance role, but pricing is really a part of marketing. And then when I went to work for TJX companies, that's the parent company of TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Goods, I also did some financial analysis and budgeting, but some of the favorite things that I worked on is actually working with the marketing department to analyze their campaigns, determine the return on investment for commercials and different marketing initiatives that they had. So I really, really enjoyed that part of it. So that experience with my MBA marketing classes led me to this position, actually teaching marketing.
Great. Students who are successful in your courses, what attributes do they share? What kind of student is successful in your classes?
So I think about business classes in general and marketing classes specifically. I think it's important to have critical thinking type skills, meaning being able to apply what you learn to real world examples. So that's important. I think having an interest in the subject is important too. I think communication skills is really important with any, well, probably with any discipline, right? But written and verbal communication skills. So being able to communicate what you know and what you've learned. I think those are very important.
Great. Now, there are many different subfields within business. You've mentioned a few of them. So what I hear a lot is entrepreneurism. What is entrepreneurism and how is it different from some of the other fields within business?
So I think with a lot of business fields, I do think that there's a lot of overlap. So entrepreneurship is, creating your own business, being your own boss, having your own product, marketing your own product. There's different risks and different rewards with starting your own business. It's a lot more work, but if you put the work into it, then you get a lot more reward. I think, like I said, I do think that there's a lot of entrepreneurial characteristics that can make you successful in other aspects of business as well. Sort of being a self-starter, being driven, being accountable for your own success, all of those things. So I do think there's some overlap, but really entrepreneurship is, owning your own business. There is an entrepreneurship certificate and program within the business department, but I can't speak to the specifics of it. There's definitely more information on the website.
Thank you for that. I imagine being, an entrepreneur and starting your own business, at least at first, you might have to do some of these other jobs that are involved in business, let's say marketing and things like that at the same time.
Absolutely. And all of the other business skills are very important for starting your own business. I mean, even if it's just you have a landscaping company, marketing's a big part of it. Knowing who your customer is, what they're looking for, what they value. All of those things are part of owning your own business. And likewise, many people who are successful at starting their own business have worked at a similar small business first for somebody else and learned a lot of the different pieces of business, marketing and finance and management and human resources from that perspective before they go out and start their own company. And it makes them more successful to learn from that perspective first.
What other unusual or expected careers can a student enter with a business degree besides just, business?
It's such an interesting question because I really think it's applicable to almost everything. Having a business education and business skills can really be applied, again, to almost any career or any job that you have. I often tell my marketing students, it's important for people to understand marketing, but not just if you're going to do marketing as a career. We are marketing ourselves all the time. Let's say somebody wants to apply to a different college or they want to apply for a job. There is an aspect of marketing yourself, understanding who is your customer, who is going to admit you to school, and what they're looking for, and presenting yourself in a manner that's going to satisfy their needs. So I think business skills and marketing skills and management skills are so applicable to so many different things. It's really hard to say. And I almost think any career you think about has a business component.
And so our final question is related to that as well. So who else besides business majors should consider taking business classes if they have room for, let's say, an elective?
So I, of course, am biased, but I think everybody should take an introduction to business and a marketing class. Again, I think there's so many applications for what you learn in the class. The intro to business class touches on very broad things like human resources and management. And even if you don't want to be a manager someday, chances are somebody else might manage you. So understanding how people communicate and operate is very helpful in the bigger picture. Did I answer your question? I think I might have gotten a little sidetracked there.
That's all right. It was perfect.
Okay.
And as we know, not all majors have those elective spaces, but you would certainly recommend anyone who does have space to take a class in business in their degree should.
Yes, and especially if there's even a little bit of an interest, either from learning the skills to apply it for whatever you want to do, or if you think you might want to major in it, and learning more about what careers might be more traditional business careers. Like I said, I think you can apply business education to a lot of different things. That said, of course, a business education is very helpful for more traditional business careers.
Great. Well, I want to thank you for being with us today, but I also would like to give students a reminder that you can learn more about all of the business programs and business majors and all of our pathways at CCRI by visiting the website at www.ccri.edu/pathways. And I'd also like to put a plug for you to join us at our virtual job fair, which will be hosted on Handshake. And Handshake is a platform we use at CCRI that can be accessed right through the same Virtual Pathdays page in the on-demand library. And that job fair will take place on Thursday, November 12th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on the Pathways page, you'll find information about each one of our pathways, but you'll also be able to find out about the different majors and programs that are within the business, economics, and data analytics pathway as well. So thank you very much, Professor Lehne, for being with us today, and I hope you have a great day.
You're welcome. Thank you.